Our journey starts here, in our new neighborhood. As you can see, at the time of recording, it wasn't even finished. I took my car and headed back to my hometown to meet Zaraks. Holy fucking shit, they got some good beats on this radio station! I fucking like this, dude! I feel like I'm driving on cocaine, but I'm driving on a road. Alright, the journey starts here. Jesus Christ, it's dark. It's like 2 a.m. Yeah, 20 minutes to 2 a.m. And I'm heading over to Zaraks' place. Yeah, basically I'm heading over to Zaraks, who lives at my old apartment. Which is kinda cool, because I moved to a new apartment with Miss Koifish. We're gonna wake him up, because his dad is supposed to drive us to the airport. I don't think they are aware that they should. Talk about good planning. Hello, Sture. I'm still waiting for Zaraks and his dad to come pick me up. But this is... looks like I'm chasing a random cat. But this is actually my cat. Well, my parents' cat. Sture! Hey! Nej. But I'm allergic to cats, which is ironic. No, stop. And I do think that's them. It was. Zaraks' dad drove us to the airport and I slept all the way there. Thank you, Zaraks' dad.
We're at the Arlanda Airport.
Arn Airport. 5 a.m. in the fucking morning.
Swedish summer, it's bright at 5
Yeah. It got bright at like 2 a.m. so no problems for us here. Yeah, so we're gonna go get some breakfast and then we're gonna go to Prague. You fucking hyped to fucking travel. This trip was entirely unplanned. I just saw that, hey, Prague is pretty cheap, and I called Zaraks and was like, hey, you wanna go to Prague? And he was like, sure. So we went to Prague. I think it's kinda cool that just a few hours we went from Sweden to Prague, but I guess that's how international air travel works.
Train is already here.
It's a fucking tram. We went to a super cheap 4-star hotel and look what was there. Lidl. Since the trip was unplanned, we didn't really know where to go. So we started walking, and I tell you, Prague is a very beautiful city with lots of cool architecture and old buildings. But we knew one thing about Prague. They have very cheap beer. A beer like this would cost you like $5 in Sweden or even more. I'd say about $7. But here, it was only $1.50. That's a good price. And the food was great too, and not very expensive. This one was $5. This restaurant is called Average, and we found it by accident when we accidentally walked into the wrong alley on our way to McDonald's. But oh boy, was it a good wrong turn. That's cream. That is straight up whipped cream. Funnily enough, I think we figured out the Prague system, how to go anywhere. Careful, you're gonna summon the demons. Zaraks may or may not be very drunk. And with Zaraks getting a minor concussion in the subway of Prague, we went back to the hotel. I think his head felt a bit like this. But who could be hungover in a town where the breakfast is this good? With Zaraks feeling a bit better, we headed over to Prague's beauty, the Karl's Bridge. Very cool. Last time Swedes were here, in 1648, they couldn't pass. But I don't know what they had a problem. It's just a bunch of statues and Chinese people. Once we passed all the Chinese people, we made our way up to Prague Castle. The view from up here is amazing. Holy freaking heck! This city is beautiful, and this is the president's house. We also got to see some cool guards roaming around. A fun fact, these costumes were designed by the same guy who made the costumes for the movie Amadeus, which was the theme of the hotel we stayed at. Ain't the world small? Oh, also, I found the Czech Terminator. Look at him. Holy shit, he's cool. Oh, they're about to have a sword fight. No, they changed their mind. This guy's not amused. Yeah, they're gonna kill that guy. He's in trouble.
Domine Jesu Christe, te confite regem universum. Omnia quae facta sunt, forte sunt creata.
After standing in line for 20 minutes and listening to the spawn of Satan in dog form yelping, we finally got to see the lovely cathedral. And holy shit, it was worth it. Look at these saints, look at the paintings, and look at these statues. Whoa, no thanks. We also got to see this shield, signifying, help, I'm stuck in a canyon and my sword is broken. Look at the size of this land. Absolute unit. Oof. After saying goodbye to the Jews at the cannons, we saw this guy. His instrument reminded me of something. Something from home. Something I know. And if that wasn't enough, we also found this on our way back home from the castle. No, not these Chinese people. Don't worry about them. I'm talking about these guys. Swedish people, dressed in traditional Swedish clothing. They were here from some sort of dance competition. Very cool. We listened for a while, and then we headed out, hearing the sound of that accordion as we rode the tram back to our hotel. But first, food and beer break. This meal was absolutely amazing, and Zaraks got his favorite meal, duck. We had some beers, we had some food, and then we took the tram up to Petrin Hill. I've never been on one of these. It was very cool, like a bus that went upwards. Now this is Petrin Hill, and I'll tell you, I've never been to such a beautiful and highly elevated park, and the view from up here is absolutely stunning. And then came this terrifying whistling man. What the fuck is that? That Koifish is some sort of TV teletower, and it's so hideous.
Prague, I'll give you this much. You're a very beautiful city. Very nice. Also very cheap beer. Very pretty ladies.
Beer geek bar.
There's Zaraks hanging out at the mini bar. That's the real mini bar, but that costs too much money, so we bought a new mini bar. Super quick soda review. Is this good?
It's tasty.
It's good. Food review in Prague. Is this good?
It's actually pretty good.
It's good. This is Zaraks' bed. That's the bed for Zaraks hookers. And there is the second bed for Zaraks hookers.
Yeah.
As you can see, the beds are not slept in. Good Christian boy. We said we want a room for two, but not double bed.
2 single beds.
2 single beds, because we went to London, you know that video here. Then we had 1 bed, 1 single bed, and 1 double bed, and it was 3 guys. So, you know, we were like, hey, let's not repeat that mistake again. So let's get a room with a double room, or 2 beds, 2 beds. And we got the room with 1, 2, 3, and a motherfucking double bed. We have a huge, good, very view of the window here. It opened like a suicide door, a suicide window. Prague is famous for windows and jumping out of them. Very cool. Now we're gonna go to a place called
Canteen. Tina.
They make meat. I've said this before, but the food is amazing. This place is called Cantina. It used to be a bank, but now they serve food. You pay for the food by weight. Since we only knew a few words in Czech, Zaraks ended up buying food for $80. Very cool. Food was great though. We then went to Prague Town Hall, so we could go on the circulatory elevators. These are elevators, and they go up and down like this. And you just step on whenever you want. No safety. And, stupid as we are, we decided to go down with it. Oh shit. We went. So this is a rotating it. Oh, and now it moves sideways, you see? That's the wheel. Stick your hand in it, stick your hand in it. Oh, yeah. So this is literally a rotating elevator. I swear it wasn't my fault. It was Zaraks. We had a few beers, thought we got too drunk and saw the statue upside down, but apparently they had a normal one. Then it was time to go home. We called an Uber. I doubt his credentials. Not because he's Czech, but because he's a dog. We had one last Czech meal. Is it finger licking good?
Yes.
And then we brought a bit of drinking. 1 can for Zaraks. 1 can for Koifish. I'd say this trip was absolutely amazing. Considering we didn't plan anything, we got to see a lot of Prague. I would recommend the Czech Republic and Prague to anyone that likes beer, good food, pretty women and nice scenery. This was the first out of 2 travels I made this year. Before the year ends, I will edit and upload the second one, where I go up north. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay Czech. Yeet.